Welcome to the Great Basin Prescribed Fire and Transport Briefing for Wednesday, May 10th. Over the last 1 to 2 weeks, we've seen precipitation mainly over the northern areas of the Great Basin and out in western areas. We have seen above normal precipitation over this last week, anywhere from southwest Idaho into northwest Nevada. Over the last 2 weeks, again, this above normal trend in the far northwest part of the GAC. Otherwise, very dry conditions over southern and eastern areas. However, this will be changing certainly in the coming week. In the last 72 hours, we have had some new snowfall, especially up north across central Idaho and into Wyoming, and our snow depth is indicated on the right. Snowpack still remains well above normal across the Great Basin. However, it is melting due to the warmer and drier conditions, and certainly the snowpack has peaked and it's well on its way down, but certainly above normal for the time of year, so quite a bit of melting still left to go. The satellite loop from this morning shows a trough of low pressure that has moved into the west coast, generating some cloud cover and a few light spotty showers over the eastern half of the geographic area. This area of low pressure will continue moving eastward, but then we will see the low retrograde back west. So for later today, any clouds and showers will be located over the eastern areas of the Great Basin with generally low significant fire potential. Transport winds will be somewhat breezy in the higher terrain over the eastern areas, but only gusts generally in the 30s with high mixing heights. Relative humidity will remain in the teens or high single digits over far southern areas of the Great Basin and above 20 or 25% further north. We will have good dispersion with this trough moving through, kicking up some wind, especially in the higher terrain, and minimizing any inversions. As we move into tomorrow, this area of low pressure tracks east into the Rockies, so we will have a stronger ridge of high pressure building into the west coast the rest of the week and through the weekend. However, although that will mean warming temperatures, we will see some moisture move its way back west, but in the meantime, each day will get warmer and warmer through the weekend. On Thursday, we will see some gusty northwest winds behind this trough of low pressure over parts of Utah into Idaho and Wyoming. So generally downwind of the Wasatch on the east side, we will see some of those gusty winds, generally high mixing heights. Relative humidity will start decreasing over a little bit areas further north into Nevada and Idaho, with even some teens up in far southern Idaho and single digits to low teens further south. Otherwise, good dispersion with the winds on the backside of the trough, with the exception of far western areas of the Great Basin as that ridge builds in. On Friday, this trough of low pressure already starts to retrograde back west, so we will see moisture moving its way back into eastern Utah later in the week, but still warm temperatures. Looking at transport winds, we will see more of a gusty northeast wind as this area of low pressure starts to track its way back west. So we will see those gusty winds over parts of eastern Idaho, Wyoming, and into Utah and eastern Nevada. But most gusts will be in the 20s, possibly up around 30 miles per hour with high mixing heights. Relative humidity will still remain low over southern and western areas and will be increasing across eastern areas as that trough and moisture moves back west. Otherwise, dispersion will still remain good across the Great Basin. Again, temperatures will be warming each day through this week and this weekend. We will see temperatures peak this weekend and generally be 5 to 10 degrees or a little bit more above normal. So we will see highs today in the 60s and 70s, 50s up north, 80s in the far south, and this will translate to 80s in many of the valleys or 70s going into the weekend. We will see highs in the low to mid 90s down over far southern areas of the Great Basin. So definitely warm temperatures for the time of year expected by the weekend. Looking at the 3-day amount of precipitation, any showers will be located over the eastern areas. Again, we could see a few showers today, and then again later this week as that low starts to push back west. However, going into the weekend, this low really starts to push westward and bringing in more of that moisture from the east, so we will see increased showers for Utah, eastern Idaho, and Wyoming on Saturday. Still good dispersion. And the 7-day, we will still generally see low fire potential, especially with that moisture moving back in. On Sunday, the low pushes further west, so we will see clouds and potential showers across all areas of the Great Basin with still a good mixing. And generally, again, low fire potential, even over far southern areas as that moisture works its way back west. On Monday, we will continue to see some of that moisture generally in the northern areas, still some cloud cover, a few showers down south, still those warm temperatures as the ridge really dominates despite that low really starting to move in. On Tuesday, we see more moisture start to build back in from the south, so we will continue to see those showers affecting some of the Great Basin, especially over the southern half of the area going into the middle of next week. This will again keep fire danger low. Precipitation for Saturday through Monday, you can see that moisture working its way back west with those showers generally across the eastern half of the area, but even back into the Sierra, parts of Nevada and Idaho, we will see spotty showers. We also could see some lightning with these thunderstorms, or with these showers rather, so we could see some new ignitions, but again, with the moisture moving in and the increasing humidity, we'll likely won't see any huge increases to fire potential, but we could see a little bit of initial attack, but we will have some moisture. Looking at Monday through Wednesday, the precipitation, again, those showers continue to affect many areas of the Great Basin. Some areas of northwest Nevada may not see as many showers, but certainly some cloud cover and a little bit higher humidity. And then the 7-day total precipitation. Looking at the 8 to 14-day outlook, taking us from May 17th through the 23rd, still showing very warm temperatures in the west, but again, that moisture signature really remains through much of May, especially over the southern half to 2/3 of the area. So again, this will keep fire potential low across the Great Basin heading through the month of May. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back on Monday for the latest updates.